Mother Mary John Mananzan, OSU, the Executive Director of Women Institute in Scholastica College, Manila, Philippines. Good evening, Mother Mary John. Happy New Year.
Oh, good evening, Ray, and to your hearers. Yeah, I also wish you a new year of hope and joy.
Tell us your experience why you committed to join the Order of Saint Benedict.
Well, as you see, I studied in St. Scholastica's College since I was a little girl. And therefore, the one that has, since it is a Benedictine school, St. Scholastica is the twin sister of Benedict. And I got to learn the values of Benedict, of Saint Benedict, or Ora et Labora, and all the ways of prayer, etc., and discipline. So it is very natural for me that when I wanted to become a nun, and there were the Benedictine nuns as my example, then it is very natural for me to join them.
What were some of the important lessons you learned in this religious experience of yours? What do you want to convey or to share to our viewers about those important?
Well, of course, the most important thing is your relationship with God. No, I mean, after all, I went to the convent because I want to have a deeper relationship with God. You know what people don't realize is that God is not just out there. God is within ourselves, and therefore, I mean, if you have a guest in your house, you do not go around and ignore that person and go about. No, there is God is within us. Therefore, we should have moments of silence and solitude so that we can contemplate and be one with that divine in us. That is the most important thing that I learned in religion. That God is within me and not outside of me, and therefore that I should have moments of when I am in communion with God. And of course, that is supposed to contemplation should be the soil through which prophecy would blossom. Prophecy meaning that I have to do things for my. I have to help. I have to be compassionate to all the people around me. Of course, I cannot save the whole world. But for all those people who come into my lives, I should have extravagant generosity. I should be full of compassion and do what I can to help them in their needs. That is the ora et labora, as we say it in Benedictine. Ora, contemplation, and labora is work. That means to say active participation in the salvation of the world.
How has Saint Benedict has influenced your advocacy?
Well, Saint Benedict became the patron of peace in the whole Europe, because when he started to put up his monasteries in Europe, where there were a lot of warring tribes, they were always fighting each other. And then when they saw that the monks of Saint Benedict actually started to go to the swamp and then transform them into fruitful, sustainable farms, and then they thought, oh my goodness, that's better than fighting. So a lot of farms began to surround the monastery, and that's why later on, when there was so much peace, there was already peace in the whole of Europe. They called it Pax Benedictina, Benedictine peace. So one of the greatest legacy of Saint Benedict is peace, and that is also my advocacy, to have peace in the world. But of course, not peace that is at all costs or peace, unprincipled peace. It has to be a peace that is based on justice. So that includes also all the social issues and all the different ways by which people are oppressed. So that is really all inclusive.
Why is peace diplomacy relevant to today's world order?
I do not call it diplomacy. I'm sorry. Diplomacy to me has a little negative connotation. What I would say is, why is this advocacy, if you want to call it like this? Why is it that I am advocate of peace? Because there is so much conflict in the world. Look at Ukraine. Look at Israel, and look at Syria. Look at even in our southern Philippines. So there is so much conflict. There is so much war. People are dying needlessly. So I think it is so important that we really cultivate the peace. And it should begin with ourselves, peace with ourselves, peace with our neighbors, peace with our community. And only then can we have what we call this, that we will then be advocate of peace for the whole world. But we should start with ourselves and our families and communities.
In closing, what is your message to the young generation of today?
Well, young generation, you are not the hope of the future. You are the hope now. Don't think yet. Right now, where you are. So, if you are a student, then try to be as having a, how do you call this, a questioning mind, a mind that wants to know the truth, a critical mind, and be aware of what is happening around you, and have that value that you would like to change what should be changed. So you should be not only going to school in order to earn a career and have later on a good job. You are here in order to be agents of change. That means to say you are going to be a good citizen, that when you see something that you can do something about, to transform it, then you do all what you can to transform what has to be transformed. So you are here to be agents of change and not just to have a career.
Thank you very much, Mother Mary Jan Mananzan, OSP, and Happy New Year once again.
Happy New Year then.
That's the Peace Diplomacy Talk for today. This is Dr. Reyron del Rosario. Catch us to our next episode only here in ipdci News Channel.